loving you for. Alright, let's try again. Welcome back in a real way. Today let's talk about fear. I tried to record this earlier. Hopefully it comes through all right this time. But where to start? There's a degree, for those who know about like the lessons and shit like that, right? In the 1 to 36 English C lesson for my Muslims out there. Bill degree. Because the devil told him how to, wrong as shit. Bill degree is because the devil planted fear in him when he was a little boy. Take it from the top. Welcome back in a real way. Today we're going to talk about fear. There's a degree in 120 or Supreme Wisdom for the Muslims. English C lesson 136. The Bill degree says because the devil planted fear in him when he was a little boy. And that's what is going to be a recurring theme today. The other day, a program that I watched had presented the concept of Bitcoin to his followers. And I was watching, and as soon as he presented the idea, like, saying that a friend of his had prompted him to, just take a couple dollars and throw it up in the Bitcoin market, And the first thing I started seeing from a bunch of his followers, well, do your research first and blah, 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 blah. And don't get me wrong, sure, do your research on everything until your heart's content. You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable with whatever move you're trying to make. However, I gotta admit that as soon as I read those words, or as soon as I heard them, like the do your research, all I heard was fear. It felt like loser talk. And shout out to Steezo. Steezo, my man from the Steel City, Willy Stargell, he presented that phrase to me, loser talk. And you know it when you hear it. But as soon as they said it, it sounded like loser talk. It sounded like some slave shit. Like, oh no, well, master don't want us to, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because, like, why is it anytime we're presented with any new option, the first thing a motherfucker want to do is try to tell you how it can't work, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Rather than tell you how it can work. Like if you on my team, be on my fucking team. You know what I'm saying? Be on my team. I don't need you to shoot holes in my shit. You know what I'm saying? I need you to secure the holes in my shit. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between getting beat up and getting beat down. But that's for another time. But, that was the first thing I saw. I was like, yeah, well, do your research and blah, blah, blah. And I jumped in there, and I don't usually comment on certain shit, but I'm like, yo, man, y'all niggas sound like, if you're scared, get a dog. But, if you could waste money on some, you buy some bullshit-ass weed, you know what I'm saying? Once you buy that bullshit-ass weed, you don't find out it's bullshit till you smoke it, right? So once that money's gone, what happened? You fucked off some money, right? Okay, so the same way you can take a risk on that dumb shit, take a risk on this. What the fuck? Whether you win or lose, you in the same place that, well, I can't say whether you win or lose, but if you lose, you're in the same place you was. You know what I'm saying? But take a chance on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers, man, it's just insane, man. It's insane. And, like, there was another thing where, like, that same shit came into play. Like, it's interesting what we trust and when. You know what I mean? Like, Okay, you'll say, well, I think the Bitcoin shit is a scam. Well, banks is a scam and y'all use them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we behind enemy lines. You know what I mean? Whether y'all know it or not. Whether y'all want to accept it or not. We behind enemy lines. So, like, everything these motherfuckers is feeding us got a poison barb in it. Whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? So, if something comes from the people and it has, even, I got one better for you. Even if you don't want to motherfucking put your money in Bitcoin, create your own. And I don't mean a digital platform of coin. What I mean is create a network of motherfuckers that can provide services to each other, and y'all decide what y'all want to trade amongst that network. That's all money is. You want to talk this concert shit? Let's take it to the motherfucking max. See what you motherfuckers is about for real. Or let's go back to when it was in the height of black people being killed by the police. You know, it's like, you know, what are we supposed to do? Well, you know, the riots and shit is not working. You know what I'm saying? Well, the riots did work actually, but you know, the protesting and shit wasn't working. So you're like, so what you saying? We want to go to war with the police? I'm not saying that. I'm saying try something different. You know what I'm saying? Why is it? And better yet though, let's entertain this shit. What if you do go to war with the police? What's the worst that could happen? They're already killing you. They're going to kill you twice. You dying for nothing. At least die fighting for your fucking life. At least die for something. At least die, you know what I mean? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The devil planted fear in him when he was a little boy. Like, that shit is deep. That shit is, man, listen, that shit is engraved in us deep. Deep. And it's crazy because it's like, if you learn anything about children and like the birth process, you'll learn that children typically aren't born with fear. They have to be taught fear. You know, when they approach the world, they approach the world with curiosity and inquiry. So they don't really have any concept of fear. Now they do have a concept of danger, if you notice, because like once they start walking, they know they can feel the pull of gravity, like from the top of the steps, so they know, like, whoa, I don't want to go no further. Like, I'm going to be out of control if I move any further. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what out of control is going to entail. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I want to find out. So, like, even a baby, you know, comes into this world without that concept of actual fear. So if you have any fears currently, you were taught those fears by the motherfuckers that raised you or the motherfuckers you was raised around, the circumstances you was raised around. You understand? And fear don't produce nothing good. You know? Now, don't get me wrong. Danger is a real thing. That's so fun. That's what was so funny about that fucking movie After Earth. Everybody tried to pan that shit, man. Me and my sons loved that motherfucking movie. I took both of my sons to make sure we saw that shit. And we sit and we chopped that shit up. Like, yo, like, did you peep this? Did you peep that? Like, you know what I mean? It was very interesting that it was a father-son movie and it was about, you know, the difference between fear and danger. You know what I'm saying? Man, but, you know, y'all listen to what another motherfucker tell you, you know. Oh, since we cancel M. Night Shyamalan, then, you know what I mean, y'all not allowed to like his shit, but it's gems in the motherfucking movies, specifically his, honestly. But moving forward. But yeah, man, that shit about, you know, the fear thing. Like, motherfuckers put that fear in you. Motherfuckers planted that shit in you. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, you got epigenetic fear where, like, you know, the trauma, if it's strong enough, it can be the fear can be transferred through the blood. You know what I'm saying? They've proven that to be real, where they've tested on animals, you know, a certain electroshock treatment. Like they'll have a mouse step on a certain button inside the cage, and it gives them an electric shock, you know, and then, you know, every time he steps on that button, it's an electric shock to the point where when they breed that mouse, the baby is afraid to step on that same spot. You know what I'm saying? That type shit. from birth. You know what I'm saying? Like, not no shit that the motherfucking mom or the dad communicated, through body language or some shit. No, from birth, that motherfucker no, don't step on that motherfucking button. So that type of shit is different. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, instantly, you know what I mean, as soon as you touch the world, like, you don't have no fear. Like, that's why motherfuckers gotta hit you with the pop, don't touch that, because you don't have no fear. What's this? I need to know. So where the fuck is, like, where's that shit? And that's the thing too, like, the way we've been going hasn't been working. So why are we afraid to go another way? What y'all want to do? Y'all, when shit get rough, y'all want to leave America? You can try it. Motherfuckers have done it before. Why are you so afraid? What the fuck is really keeping you here? Ass whippings and the threat of murder? There's a little bit of bread that we getting? Like, unless you a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, like a multi-millionaire or some shit like that, then, and those be the motherfuckers that be quick to leave. Listen, it's so funny, man, because I was talking to my man Nichols the other day. Actually, I was talking to my brother earlier about what I was talking to my man Nichols about yesterday, and we was discussing the whole Willy Lynch thing and how, people will argue whether it was a real document and whether it was from a slave or was it from a person. Listen, bro, the bottom line is it doesn't even matter. The reality proves that it's real. It proves that it's real. It proves that the dissension between us is a real thing. Proves that the reliance and the faith of your common man or on your brother, your sister, your youth, and your elder is missing between us. And that's what keeps us enslaved. Mentally, physically, whatever the fuck. Economically. It's real. I'll go further. If the nigga Willy Lynch wasn't a real person, that makes the shit even worse. Because that means we just caught up in game. We've been gamed out the motherfucking streets. Nigga tricked us off the streets, nigga. We out the game, nigga. We got gamed out the hustle, out the world hustle. You know what I mean? If there's ways to get it, you look at everybody else moving and shaking in certain different ways. It's so funny because it's like we will imitate all the wrong fucking shit about everybody else. Like, let's take the stock market shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are scared to put their money in the stock market. You know what I mean? But if that's how these motherfuckers is getting rich, then why we won't imitate that? Like, we'll imitate all the shit that's self-destructive. We'll imitate their motherfucking diet when their diet ain't no fucking good for us. We'll imitate their motherfucking drug use when their drugs ain't no fucking good for us. We'll imitate their motherfucking fraternities when that shit ain't no good for us. Meanwhile, that's just them imitating us. Because we create fraternities by fucking happenstance. Nigga, you and the three niggas off your fucking project floor is in a fraternity, whether y'all know it or not. Shit, we created the handshakes and all that shit. Meanwhile, they imitating you, and you want to imitate them imitating you. Fucking idiots. Bruh, it's but the devil planted fear in you was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy, man. Like, I remember, man, nigga, and this is the shit I was talking about before about the whole knowledge of self thing. Like, I remember when we was younger, we first started reading different shit and started building out, outside and creating having our little ciphers and shit like that and just hipping motherfuckers to the game. And motherfuckers was like, oh, y'all on that shit. Oh, so you identify what that shit is and you want to go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? But now look at how fucking trendy the shit is. Now y'all want to be woke. Nigga, Time is up. Time is up, nigga. You on your way out. You know what I'm saying? You on your way out. You just now learning the shit we was trying to teach y'all when we was 15 to 16. I guess. I mean, every fruit ripens at its own time, but yo, what the fuck, man? The devil planted fear in you was a little boy. You was scared of us back then. Because we was talking some major shit. You know what I'm saying? But now it's a little bit different, right? Now it's a little bit different, right? Because as the world went on, you started to see a lot of that shit we was talking about was the real deal, huh? Yeah. I'm still here though. I take students still. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Ask the ones that walk with me. Shit, ask Meech and them. Shit, all the ones I want is still on point. Ask them, nigga. Meanwhile, anyway, yeah, but the devil planted fear in y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's through the school system. That's through the religious system. That's through your own motherfucking parents. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they thought they was trying to protect you from something or what. But all that shit did was stifle us, man. All that shit did was put motherfucking shackles on our imagination and our ambition. Yo, man, like two of the boldest and brightest minds I ever met in my life is my brother and my nephew, man. And simply because they think so forward. You know what I'm saying? And not in the realm of like advancement or some shit like that. Because advancement ain't nothing really but improvising. They think forward in the realm of deconstruction, if you know what I mean. Like, these will be the niggas that say, if everybody started, how can I explain this shit? It's like, I don't know. It's like, these the type of niggas that don't reinvent the wheel. They start making wheels. You see what I'm saying? Like, them the type of niggas. Like, yo, I admire these niggas, man. Like, they don't try to get in where everybody else is running their direction. These will be the niggas that will buy the road. You see what I'm saying? That everybody else is going to take, going wherever the fuck everybody else is following each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit. Like, motherfuckers could get the memo that you got to follow this yellow brick road to, I don't know, paradise or some shit like that. Meanwhile, these two niggas will be the ones that fucking built the road. You know what I'm saying? And got paid. And, you know what I'm saying? Got paid to build the road. And nobody even knows about it. We don't even think about who made the road. You know what I'm saying? We too busy following the motherfucker in front of us. That type shit. Like, those are the type of thoughts. Those are the type of trailblazers that we need. And those are the type of ambitions that we need to start nurturing in our children, man. Like, your children shouldn't have the same fears as you. Like, I remember when my first son's mom, she's got a fear of like dogs and cats and shit. And I remember one time I caught our son about to mimic that. Like, oh, you don't like what? Oh, I don't like dogs. Since when? You ain't never been around none. You know what I'm saying? Don't let another motherfucker try to build a fucking fence around your life. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have a bad experience or something like that, then you can make your own decision in that regard. But your devil's not going to be my devils. And what I mean by that is, like, we all built from different constitutions. Like, don't get me wrong, we might share some some elements, and that's what attracts us to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because magnetism is based on constitution, composition, what something is made out of. You know what I mean? So we might be attracted to each other because we share elements, but we may not be made of the exact same thing. I mean, our constitution might be completely different. So when we both end up in the same realm, how you react and how I react might be two different things, you know? So don't project that shit on me. Don't project your fears on me. Don't, you know, in the last generation did that shit to us too. Like, that's why they were so fucked up when the word nigga didn't hurt us the way it hurt them. They were offended that it didn't hurt us the way it hurt them. But we were the strength that y'all was asking for. We were the warriors that y'all prayed for. That's why that weapon don't hurt us no more. Bars. Ew. But look, you know what I'm saying? But your idea and the reality is never going to look the same. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to look the same. So and especially when we're dealing with ourselves, when I hear something being proposed by my people, especially if it's something relatively new or something, you know, groundbreaking or some shit like that, the first thing that I meet it with shouldn't be to undermine it or to poke holes in it. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be the first thing I do. That shouldn't be the first thing I do. Let's lean on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the wild thing is we've done it before. Like, as a people, we are our own resource. We've always been our own resource. We've always been the resource for other people. We ain't never shut nobody out of our culture. You know what I'm saying? But in order for us to be what we need to be, we got to be it for ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody else is magnetized to us the way they are. But one of the first things we got to do is shake that motherfucking fear. We got to shake that fear, yo. We got to shake that fear. We got to shake it. Part of it is like, as soon as we started letting other people's bullshit matter more than our own, that's when it started going left for us. And I mean it on every level. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything. Like, all across the board. As soon as we started letting, we just got to worry about home first. You know what I'm saying? In every aspect of the term. You know what I'm saying? We got to worry about home first. And once we master home, then we can worry about abroad. You know what I mean? And I hope I didn't shoot off on too many different tangents. But yeah, man, I wanted to share that, man. We definitely got to get rid of that fear, man. We definitely got to get rid of that fear. And I hope this was of some kind of value. And until we can reconvene on the next one. This is, in a real way. One.